Alright guys, welcome back to another recap. So end of the first week of 2023 year, and these are my results. So let me go ahead and put my trader view here on the screen so you guys can see. I am sitting at $536 today. Um, I'm happy with this, but today was almost could have been at least $1,000 day, maybe $1,500, $1,400 for sure. But I'm glad to just lock it in green and take my profit and run away for an all green week to start off this year. So let me go here to start off the year all green and decent profit. So let me go over the trades and I'll explain why it was almost a $1,400-$1,500 day because I was up $700 on one trade and it went against me. I really was confident on it, so I added went against me, and I ended up closing it for like $50, and then I ended up taking another trade for 400 and then 100. So this was that first that I'm talking about. So three trades total, and I did take a short today, so I shorted MEGL. Pretty good profit on that one. I want to say it's my biggest PR on a single trade shorting, and so I'm glad about that. Definitely put share size on that one today, and so I'm going to show you guys that short trade as well. I did end up taking some locates on a different stock, the other one, SPBR, and ended up not shorting this one, so I ended up paying locates for no reason on this one, so unfortunate there. But it just anyways, I'll get to that in a moment. Before I do get to that, like always, guys, I stream live every single morning right here on YouTube, 15 minutes before market open. You guys come and join us. I got over 100 people every morning, just on here hanging out, sharing their opinions, their thoughts, their trades, their review, their P&L, and all that stuff. So you guys will learn a lot from me and from everybody else. And then number two, obviously today is the last day of this week, and so I probably will not make another recap. Maybe I'll do a year in review or something else tomorrow. I'll see how if I have time or not. But Sunday does expire my coupon code for the course, which is the biggest discount I've offered all year long. Actually, not all year long at all. It's the biggest discount. The year just started. It's the biggest discount I've offered ever. So $200 off. All you gotta type is New Year on the checkout page for my course if you guys are interested in that. The link is down below. Anyways, enough of that. Let's go show you guys my trades. So coming into the day today, I was really paying attention to this Tesla chart daily. The reason is you guys know I've been eyeballing this 107, 108 level on Tesla, and then the $100 mark because everybody wants Tesla to go down to 100. I want Tesla to go down to 100 just so we can all shut up about it and say Tesla reached the 100. Let's get a bounce, or let's go below 100 and see what happens. So this morning ended up dropping from a gap down from 110 down to 101, so about $10 a share, but still never hit that $100. And I just wanted a Tesla. I thought at the open we could drop down to 100, hit that $100 mark, maybe go a little bit below at 99, 98. But maybe catch a bounce. And you could see on the daily chart on Tesla. Let me move my face again. You can see on the daily chart on Tesla, we've had that strong support right here at that 107, 108. And so when that thing gave out this morning, that's when I decided to, I want to see if Tesla can keep dropping. So there's that 107, 108 level. Dropped the gap down, so I thought we could keep going. So I had two things in mind. We gapped down, so we're going to have a gap fill on the daily chart because we spawned lower. And two, we're going to have either the move up to fill that gap or the move down to that $100. And so market opened, kind of had this 104.6 level here, pre-market low of day from previous times. Ended up holding and rejecting, so I ended up going short, and I really wanted to get a new low day under 101 and towards that $100 mark that I was ultimately eyeballing. And so I ended up taking my first trade short here. I added to it somewhere around here, and this is a trade. First trade of the day, I played it pretty good. I think I added. Let me see. I added 400 shares short, so I doubled my position from the last 2 days. So I doubled my position, went in with 400 shares short. Ends up working in my favor. I do take some out. I think I take a little bit out here. So as it's selling in my favor, I take some profit. But at the bottom of the spike, I was up past $700. I was up 700, maybe 20, 30, 40, $50 or something, but I was up $700 on the trade. And at this point, I felt pretty confident to hold a little bit and maybe get a nice push back up to add into this weakness of the rejection of 104 and get that next leg down to that new low of day of 101. At least maybe get 101, bounce off a pre-market low, maybe get a new low, maybe just bounce right at it, or ultimately get that move all the way down to 100. That's a little bit of a move that I was looking, but I was so confident in that move that I ended up adding more shorts here. So I ended up shorting again, and I ended up shorting twice more right here. And I think I was in with 400, was up $700, and then I added back to I think a total position of maybe 500. So I'm not sure exactly. So I covered 200, and then it looks like I added 200 and 100 more. So I was at a 500 share position now, right there at VWAP, and looking for this next leg down. So 500 shares from whatever this entry was, 103.50. If I would have gone that move down to 101 to 100, $3 a share times 500, that would have been a $1,500 trade. That's not the $1,500 that I'm talking about, but just this trade itself would have been $1,500, and that would have been great. But anyways, I ended up closing it out on here because it just was not dropping. I ended up closing it out on these two red candles, which I did the right move, so I ended up closing it out. And that trade, from being up $700 on the trade, I ended up closing it for $28.97. That was a little frustrating, and you guys know I'm pretty good with emotions. I'm pretty good with keeping it together, keeping it cool. You're up $700 on the day. That would have been so far the biggest green day of this year if I would have just sold, closed my computer, or walked away. But I ended up staying confident on that trade, ended up not working with me, and made $28. So I was a little bit upset, but you know what? I put it behind me real quick. I said, you know what? Let's see what the next trade is. Now I got the same level up here of 164, 104.64, and now I got kind of this bottom range here. If we take that out, I'm seeing hundreds. If we go past this 104.64, then I could get that next leg up. So it ended up pushing. I really did not think this would happen, but I'm not biased on my trades. I trade what I'm seeing, and so once we got over that 104.64, I ended up flipping long. So I flipped long on these two tiny pullback candles right here. So I flipped long. I don't think I took as many shares this time. I think I took 300. So I bought 200 and bought 100 more. So I took 300 shares long on this one. And now my mentality went from let's hit 101 to $100 on the stock to hey, I got a gap fill all the way to 107. Let's go all the way to 107. So I took the trade here, 105, all the way up to 107, closed the gap fill. I ended up taking, this is the one where, I didn't want to make this mistake again. So I ended up selling really early, like 100 shares, pretty early, not even close to 107. And then once it got to 107, I was looking for this thing to kind of just blow off a little bit and take some shares out, but turned back around. So I ended up stopping back out on my initial 100 back here. So I like barely made anything on that trade. I think I made 100 or something dollars on that trade. Took a few more stabs now. Now that I knew that the gap was close, I knew this 107 level would be pretty strong. If you guys want to see the whole explanation about the gap fill, you guys can go back and watch my actual trading live stream, which is on YouTube. But I go over the whole gap fill and all of that, so you guys definitely tune in the live streams. But I was calling it out live, and I was adding short at 107.17 because the gap fill was closed. I knew there was a lot of resistance. If you look at the 5-minute time frame, this is the point where we had stopped twice. We bottomed out 2 days in a row right at this level. This is that same level today, so I was pretty confident taking shorts. So as this thing was trying to squeeze to the top side, I was getting in some shorts. So I got some good shorts on these candles here. Again, at the bottom of this candle here, I was again up another $700 on the day. I think this helped me out, and then I took a small short here. But this one was my other big trade here again. Added short up here at top at that 107 level. Starts pulling on down. I was up again another $700 on the day, but I did not get this move that I was looking for here, and so I ended up coming back up, stopped me out. I made 536 total after that trade, and then at that point I left it alone. My mistake was leaving it alone because then I knew, same scenario here, if 106.04 broke, 104.64 broke, let me take that long to keep moving. If I knew 107 broke and held, I should have taken that long right here. to chase that to the top side and then maybe get that 110 level again, which ended up pushing right up to that 110, and you could see it broke out of 110, 112, 113, and even now it's up at 114, almost 113.50. So I should have gone long there. I missed it, unfortunately, but still ending $536 on this stock, and that's pretty much it. It's been pretty rough trading the penny stocks in the market open long, so no trades on penny stocks again, only Tesla. And even this morning, somebody asked me on stream, can you trade one stock, two or three trades a day and still be profitable? And if you look at this year so far, I traded Tesla, one stock, three trades, $500. Yesterday, one stock, three trades, $100. Day before that, one stock, Tesla, two trades, $600. Day before that, one stock, two trades, $300. So can you do it? Yeah, you can just focus on one stock, take two, three trades a day, get green, get out, and you can be consistent like that. Now, as far as my short, I actually located shorts on this one, SPRB. And I had not seen this type of action in a while where as soon as market opens just dumps. I thought this thing could kind of hold sideways here, try to get that high day clear out, try to get that high day push. That's where I would have wanted to short it. So I actually located shares for this stock on my other account. You guys have asked me that before. I don't short on Thinkorswim unless it's a large cap stocks. My penny stocks and all that stuff, I got Guardian to short. So I located shares. It just dumped. No sign of bounce, no sign of buyers anywhere, no sign of a clear entry. I could have chased it, yeah, but this is pretty low already off its highs. This could have bounced more and would have been a red trade. So I just, I took the locates. I paid for them. I couldn't do anything, and so I just paid for no reason. But luckily enough, MEGL ended up showing later in the day, and this was a pretty nice short. So let me show you guys my chart after I explain it. So there it is. So parabolic kind of move on MEGL. This is one that had run a couple days ago. So ran yesterday, ran pre-market, kind of tried pushing this morning, tried pushing again, finally got that parabolic kind of move. And the key on this one was I had a level marked on the daily right here at 325. So you guys can see 325 and 325 right there. We could not get over it this morning pre-market. We finally got over it today, but I knew that 325 could be a level of resistance. So once we broke 325, I really started watching the stock. I really was looking where it would switch, if it would switch momentum. It hit 350 and then instantly rejected. 350 being a $0.50 after a whole a daily level. So I thought maybe this is just a blow off top of 325. So I ended up going short. 340 was my entry. I got a 340 fill here. Played it a little bit bigger share size. To me, this honestly looked like a pretty good bounce of a daily level, so I thought this thing could pop up over 350, pull back down, hold this 325 as a daily level for longs, and get that next leg out. But because it's not a day one, because it already tried this morning, because it kind of stuffed after market open, and right now it's kind of going parabolic to that level, I decided to just punch the shell button and see what happens. If it would have gone for another leg up, I would have just stopped out right above 350 and maybe tried it again. But I took the short there, 340, dropped under that 325 level immediately. So once that happened, I ended up covering some. I can't see the prices on this thing, but I covered some like right at 325. Not a big chunk, but I covered some because that's where I was scared that it might reverse and go for long. So I covered some there, but once that thing dropped, I ended up covering some back down to $3 hold number. So I covered some here. Got this fade down to 3 past 3. I did cover some on this candle, and then I ended up covering some more right there. And then I had a stop at 317. So I knew this pivot right here, 314. I knew 315, just the next big number there. So I put my stop 317. And this candle literally went up to 317 absolutely to the penny, wicked me out, so it stopped me out right there on my runners, and then ended up proceeding to drop another, oh my gosh, 50 cents after that. So it was my runners, not a big share size, but that was a little bit upsetting that literally to the penny wicked me out and then dropped 50 cents. So here is that chart for you guys. Oh, I guess it's gonna pop it up over here. So there's that chart. I shorted that 340, cover some at that 325 where I thought that could be that daily level. Pulled back down a little bit, covering at 3. Got that fade through 3, covered a little more, covered a little more. Absolutely got wicked on the exit right there at 317. If I would have put it 1 penny up higher, I would have stayed in that trade and got an extra 50 cents. But I'm glad with this trade. Pretty nice, clean one entry, cover, 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 cover. Stop gets taken out on runners. Don't go running anymore. Even those I probably wouldn't have covered here. Since they're my runners, I probably would just hold to end of day. So I would be sitting at 280, 290 right now. So 20 cents more. Which, yeah, 20 cents more, but oh well. Anyways, those are my trades for today. Finishing an all green week for this year so far. Hopefully this keeps running like this. Hopefully I can scale up some size and push share size. I think I did a pretty good job today. Even though I'm only up 500, I should have been up maybe 1500 on that first trade, or maybe 1500 if I would have taken my profit both times at 700 and that 600 afterwards, 700 again, so 1400. Plus, that's not including my short trading account. So I'm just talking about P&L on my long account, 540 bucks. My shorting account is completely different. That does not go into my P&L for TraderView. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a thumbs up if you like these recaps. Comment down below if you guys have any questions. You guys know where to find me on my Discord. There's my Instagram if you guys want to personally DM me and reach out to me as well. If you guys want my course, New Year's, the code for $200 off. $200 off expires Sunday at midnight. Other than that, I'll see you guys on Monday. You guys have a good weekend, and see you guys in the live stream.